Yes, yes, yes. Welcome back to yet another episode of Sudden Reactions, episode 43. We do have our special guest, Gap. He is back in the building. Shout out to you, Gap. What's going on, my brother?
Nothing much, man. What's up, everybody? How you doing tonight?
Chilling, man. Chilling, man. Cannot complain, not one bit. I mean, I guess the one thing you can complain about, which you were telling me about before we went live here, is that whole weather situation. And I was telling you how it's like so funny because my co-host was saying the same thing. The East Coast is tripping right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty rough out here, man. You don't know what to wear. You got long sleeves on and swimsuit on at the bottom, bro. It's been rough.
Yeah, man, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. But we're going to get into some topics today. We've got some liminal games as we normally do. This will be Gap's first time trying those on for size, so that should be fun. We do also have some other juicy topics that we got to touch on here that we have not been able to because we haven't done Sudden Reactions all week here. It's been an absolutely crazy week for your boy Sutton. The schedule is wild. I mean, obviously, I'm doing the first episode of the week here at night. It's just not something that ever really happens. But I appreciate y'all for coming through as always again. So yeah, Sudden Reactions episode 43. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, all right, all right. So, like I said, we are back with yet another episode of SR. Please be sure to like the video, guys, before we get into anything here on this episode of the show. Like the video, subscribe to the channel as well. We would greatly appreciate that. And yeah, let's go ahead and dive right into it, man. So, to start off, I do want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you. I want an update, as a matter of fact, on your Washington Wizards because not because, we thought that they would be any better by this point in the season and they would be maybe making a playoff push. Obviously, they're tanking, right? And the other night, it was weird because you had Bam Adebayo come out and put 83 on y'all head. And I don't know if you watched the highlights, but how did that make you feel? And how the hell does that happen?
I did not watch that shit. So, and honestly, there's no world where I will go and search a nigga scoring 83 points on my home team. Fuck that. But after you look at the box score and you look at what really went down, I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Bam Adebayo. Dude is a phenomenal basketball player. He shot like 23s, cashed like seven of them, and he had 36 free throw. Like he made 36 free throws, and he attempted like 40 something. Like I can't remember what it was. So like in the grand scheme of things, like yeah, he had 80 points, and that's not any easy feat by any stretch of the imagination. But let's be
Right.
realistic at the same time. You take 36 away from 83, you got like 47 points. And you Bam out of bio, you a superstar in the league. You supposed to get me 47. At what point do we start looking at the refs like, all right, man, what y'all doing with the game? Like, no way he got fouled 20
And
something
that's
times, dog.
That's what I'm saying. It kind of feels like gambling to me. You know what I'm saying? It feels like somebody had it out for Bam Adebayo to score a bunch of points, right? And the refs were just kind of letting it go because I watched a little bit of the game, right? And when I saw the highlights and stuff, but like there were some really ticky tack fouls being called, especially down the stretch of that game. It's like, okay, are you guys trying to have him beat Kobe Bryant's 81 point record? You
Just
know,
crazy.
is wild. I mean, the fact that like he did that, but it was in a meaningless game. Hell, in the fourth quarter, they were up like 28 points and they kept them in.
He's like, yeah,
Eric Spoelstra kept them in.
he's like,
What
yeah,
are we
tonight
doing?
I'm going to beat Coach. Like, how do you? I don't know. I just it's a sport. It's all respectable. Like I said, it's hard to even get 80 points. I'm sure, even if you are trying, at the highest level. So it's still something to be commended, or it's still a commendable achievement. But
Yeah, he was hitting some shots and stuff.
he made
I
some
can give him
shots.
that.
He looked
Yeah,
like Bam, though. I mean, he didn't do anything spectacular. You know what I'm saying? It's not in the highlight reel. It's not nothing like I ain't seen no highlights like come across my timeline like, oh, he started cooking this quarter, or oh, he started doing X, Y, and Z. He
right.
scored 47 points against. players who've been in the league less than 3 years. I'm capable for my boys, of course. I mean, hey, Sar, 7 foot, 7'1" dude from France, year what, 3? Look, it is what it is, dog. Or is it year 2? It's year 2.
Yeah, I think it's year two.
It's
Yeah.
year 2 for my boy. So it's like, hey, you gotta take your lumps. I hate that because now his name is always gonna be associated with that 83-point game. But I also don't know how much people are really going to respect that motherfucker because 83 points on 40 plus free throws. I mean, we will remember that stat. I think just as much as the fact that he scored 83. We will remember that free throw total. So I mean,
Oh yeah.
it is what it is. Go Wizards, man. Always
Yeah.
rooting with the district.
It's weird right now. The chat on my screen isn't popping up on the screen. I don't know if it is for you,
It's
Alex,
not.
but I'm on YouTube. I can see the chat on YouTube. I can't see it on my streaming software here. But shout out to everybody watching live in the chat. I see y'all. I see y'all. JD's in the chat. Ashley's in the chat. King Blaze is in the chat. Glaucoma, what's going on? Stretch 52 is in the chat. What's we got
You
here? Void is in the chat as well. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Appreciate y'all for coming through. Bam had 41 in 2023, I think. I mean, yeah, again, Bam, we're talking about a guy who has scored what
I
pretty
mean, he's a
consistently,
hooper.
what
He's a hooper.
six he's yeah, but like 16 points a game
Yeah, I
over
mean,
the course of his career.
all
And I
star.
mean, I would have expected this from like a Luka Doncic. I would have expected this from an Anthony Edwards. Hell, a Wimby,
Yeah,
83
yeah,
points. It just don't feel something don't feel right
yeah.
about Bam
About
Adebayo
Bam
being the guy.
Adebayo taking Kobe's
It don't
record,
feel
dog.
right.
It
It
just
don't
it's
sit
just
right
as a
with me.
sports guy, as a basketball guy, it's not right to the sport. That nigga sold his soul to the basketball gods, man. And he with Asia Wilson, he not living right.
You're not living right.
He not living right. He's rubbing some elbows with somebody. He's greasing something. I don't know what the hell he got going on.
Yeah,
But
and I think they play tonight. They might be playing right now. His points line was like over under 22 and a half points tonight for Bam Adebayo. How much you want to bet the under
I
cashes
was about to
tonight?
say, I was about to say, I hope if you bet on him, I hope you took the under tonight. He gonna
Yep.
give you 18 points.
I know for damn sure he not giving you nothing close. He not even giving you nothing close to 30 tonight.
No,
Watch. We'll
absolutely not.
see.
It'd be
We'll see.
crazy if he came back and hit niggas with 50 though. Again.
That would be wild. That would be wild. I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna shut up. You feel me? I'm gonna stop talking. But all right, listen, sticking on the NBA news, right? And again, let us know what you guys are thinking about all this. But I want to look up this Magic City Monday thing, right? Because that was like a big kind of topic in the sports world as well from the Atlanta Hawks. The NBA has officially canceled the Atlanta Hawks controversial Magic City Monday promotion, which was scheduled for March 16th to honor the famous local strip club. Following backlash regarding the promotion of an adult venue, Commissioner Adam Silver cited significant concerns from stakeholders as the reason for the cancellation. While the special limited edition merchandise was pulled, rapper Ti is still scheduled to perform at the game. So yeah, I think that was the thing. They were gonna have Ti perform. They're gonna have merch and stuff like that. I think they were gonna sell some food, but I don't think anywhere in the plans was to actually bring strippers to the arena. You know what I'm saying? Yet they still took it out because they're saying like, okay, but you're advertising something that like people can look at and go and be like, okay, well let me check out Magic City. Now, oh, it's ass and titties everywhere. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So what do you think about, like, do you think it's ethical or moral for the NBA to have a Magic City Monday type of thing? And again, it's only in Atlanta, only in Atlanta. So I don't know why guys like Luke Cornett, who plays in San Antonio, right? I don't know why he's worried about it. You know what I'm saying?
You
But
know why he's
apparently he
worried about it.
was.
Yeah.
Why? Wait. Why do you think?
Uh you know why. It's a cultural thing. But I'm gonna say not to because that's a crutch, and I'm not gonna use that. But I will say this: it is a weird concept when you say it out loud. Like,
Hmm.
hey, have Magic City sponsor whatever basketball game, or be a vendor rather, whatever the case may be. It sounds crazy because we know what Magic City is, but when you list out what they were really going to do, like you just did, like maybe having the food and some merch and stuff like that. I mean, I don't see any real harm in that because I mean, if there's no strippers around, if it's not really anything subjective for like little kids to get involved in, little kids ain't even thinking about that. They gonna be thinking about, oh, the wings were good, or
Yeah.
oh, they really there for the game. They probably don't even want wings. You know what I'm saying? They probably just there for
Probably
the game.
don't want wings.
And you worry about strippers being at the game. It's Atlanta, man. It's strippers at the game every day. It's strippers
Yeah.
at every game. So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, I think that from the Atlanta Hawks perspective, like it was, I think, financially beneficial to kind of merge the two worlds of like strip clubs and like, professional sports games and stuff like that, because those two worlds, they do kind of collide, right? There's a
Right.
lot of people who go to the games and right after the Atlanta game, they go to Magic City, right? Like you say, you get some wings, see some ass, whatever, you know?
Whatever. Whatever.
Yeah. Void says in the chat here is try explaining to kids at a game that there's nothing magical about Magic City. Yeah, I mean, like Gap said, he was saying that they're not worried about that part. They're not worried about the brand placement, right, of Magic City. Like they're just worried about the game. They're not worried about pulling out their phone and searching up, okay, what is Magic City? Well, shoot, maybe they are. I don't know. Kids are curious these days. Either way, I think pound for pound it was really a non-issue.
Yeah.
That I think for maybe like religious reasons, cultural reasons, Luke Cornett decided to speak up and say something about it. But again, to me, is really a non-issue. You know.
Yeah. I mean,
What
I
up,
don't.
Zeke in the chat?
I just think it's weird, as a man, you're like, oh, I'm gonna speak out about this, but you didn't speak out about, anything else, any other real social issues. I ain't seen him speak about,
Yeah.
no, none of the Minneapolis shootings or nothing like that. Like he didn't talk
Or
about none
girls
of that
getting
stuff.
trafficked and shit
Girls
like
getting
that.
trafficked, none
Yeah.
of the stuff that's really going on in the world. He didn't call out anybody, but he wants to call out, that he felt compelled enough to do that. I just, it's just a weird thing for him to do. He's not the voice piece that we needed. Not Luke
Yeah.
Cornett.
Definitely not.
I can't name one game. I can't name any accolade from Luke Cornett. Tall guy, maybe averaged 0.9 blocks, maybe 1.2. You know,
Yeah. It's about it.
not a special guy. Shut
Yeah.
the hell up. Mind your business. Try and get some minutes.
Facts. 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 But yeah, yeah. I mean, again, non-issue. Sounds like the guy is, really being selective about his morality, and that's always annoying when people do that. I can't stand it, But maybe there's a deeper issue. There's a deeper, more underlying thing that we're not really getting to. Excuse me, about Luke Cornett that we don't know. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Anyways, moving on from that. Moving on from that. Let's go ahead and play some liminal games. Let's go ahead and play some liminal games. We have not played that here yet with our guy Gap on screen, or on the show rather. So let's go ahead and get started with some of those. You guys know the drill. You guys in the chat, you got 5 seconds to pick a door that determines your fate, right? And if you pick the right door, that's a win on your record. If you pick the wrong door, so the door that's more dangerous, then you get that counted as a loss. And whoever wins at the end of the challenge, you get your song played for. You guys know how it works. You guys know how it works. The people in the chat right now, you guys know how it works. I'm really saying this for my guy Gap. I am yet to get a ring here, because that's what we call them. When you win the Liminal Olympics challenge, you get a ring. I've yet to get a ring. Everybody else has one but me. And today makes no different that I'm going to try my ass off to get my very first one. So here we go. First challenge.
Pick a door.
Let's get into it.
Obviously, I'm going with the blue one. Ah, fuck.
The door you picked will be your fate for 100 hours.
All right. You see that? You see that, right?
50-50. Okay.
50-50. The door you pick is where you will live for the next 100 hours, is what they say
100
here.
hours. Wow.
Yes. So are you going red door or are you going blue door on this one? Chat is saying red for the most part so far.
I'm scared of red because it says safe. I feel like it's going to not be safe. They're trying to trick you, man. I'm
Like a little reverse
I'm
psychology
gonna go
going
where
on.
I'm invited, man. They're inviting me into the blue one. They might
He said I'm
have.
gonna go where I'm invited.
You know what I'm saying? Like, be a Chick-fil-A back there. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
That don't always work in this game. I'm telling you.
Maybe
Bro.
Magic City. Who knows?
Maybe Magic City.
Who knows?
Hey, that'd be hilarious. Let me see. Let me see in the chat. Let me see. Void says red. Glaucoma says red. Stretch 52 says blue. Zeke says blue. Chris says blue. What up, Chris? King Blaze says red. I think I'm gonna rock with you on this one. I'm gonna go blue.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna go blue. Yeah, let's start there. Yeah, let's run it. Let's see what we got.
for 100 hours. Door 1. End of the world bunker. Here everything is nice, clean, and well kept, with functioning lights. The bunker has a massive supply of food to keep you full, and there is a massive bed for you to rest on.
Man, that looks
You can
nice.
also spend your time here on the bunker's Ryzen 9
The other one gonna be
PC.
like,
The bunker feels
Lucifer stands on your
claustrophobic at
chest.
first.
No, facts though. Facts. That's exactly what it's gonna say. But no, it's never a good sign. I don't know if you caught that, but like they said, there's like a whole gaming computer in there. Whenever they give you something like too luxurious, that's how you know that that's the winner. That's the winner.
Yeah, absolutely.
We might as well say it. That's the green giant right there.
Yeah.
That's the green giant. All right, but let's keep it moving. Let's see what else. Let's see what our door has.
But it gets easier the longer you stay. There is one rule here. Never attempt to leave the bunker. Before we
It's
open
easy.
door
Why
2,
the hell would I leave?
subscribe and
That's
comment
easy.
swap to change your door
You have to
and
warn
like
me
the
at it.
video to lock your answer.
Right.
Door
Like,
2.
sir,
Alright.
your 100 hours
You
are
have
over.
chosen a trip to the Arctic planet. Here, every step feels
We're already
painful
cooked,
and
bro.
tiring. Your body will only survive for 15 minutes outside, but if you get lucky, you will find a nice wooden cabin. The cabin is warm and comfortable, with a fridge full of your favorite meals to enjoy. And inside the bathroom, you will find a nice sauna, perfectly heated and ready to enjoy. While wandering the hallway, you will
Wait.
eventually find a bed so comfortable that
Hey, it's not bad. Wait, hold on. Let me run it back. Let me run that back real quick.
comment swap to change your
see.
door and like the video to lock your answer.
I feel like
Door
I missed
2.
something.
You have chosen a trip to the Arctic planet. Here, every step feels painful and tiring. Your body will only survive for 15 minutes outside, but if you get lucky, you will find a nice wooden cabin.
If you get
the cabin
lucky.
is warm and comfortable, with a fridge full of your favorite meals to enjoy.
I
And
think that's the
inside
caveat,
bathroom,
though, bro.
You will find a nice
Because you got to think about it. You only have 15 minutes before you freeze to death. So if you don't get
Bro,
lucky
you're
within
right.
15 minutes, you're cooked. So I got to say,
how far can you get in 15 minutes?
that's what I'm saying. Red door. Plus, there's polar bears and shit like that. Oh, hell nah. Yeah, red door is the winner on that one. Not going to lie, y'all. Red door is the winner. So if you pick the red door, shout out to you. Clap it up for yourselves. You're 1-0. Me and Gap are 0-1. Not starting off too strong here, but it's okay. We can bounce back.
Done it
This is
before.
this is a normal thing. This is a normal thing for your boy, right? I normally start off real slow, and then I pick it up towards the end. Let's move on to the next one.
Pick a door.
Oh, see. I'm gonna go blue again. I'm sticking with the blue. Fuck it.
The door you choose will determine your fate.
All right. Next 48 hours, you're sticking with blue?
I'm sticking with blue, man.
I might have to go with the red on this one, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. I think I'm going to rock with the red.
Fatal
I
mistake?
think I'm going to go with the red. It's a fatal mistake. Nah, I think I'm going to be good. I think I'm going to be straight. All right. Let me see what the chat's saying. So Void's rocking with red with me. Okay, Chris is rocking red with me. King Blaze and Stretch 52, they're with you. They got the blue door. Glaucoma's with you. He got the blue door. JD is with you. He got the blue door. Zeke has got the red door. All right, let's see.
It's blue. It's blue. It's blue ski.
I'm thinking it's going to be red. I think the red is where the green giant is. Let me see.
The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 48 hours.
Here we go.
Door 1, the slaughterhouse farm. An abandoned
Bruh.
cattle farm stretching
What?
endlessly under a blood-red sky. In the feeding troughs, you'll find canned meat, bottled
on,
water,
dog.
and old horse blankets for warmth. You are not alone.
The
A
devil.
massive
Hell
figure with
no.
the head of a
Niggas got an ox. You gotta work on a giant.
A minotaur, bro. Like, what the hell, dog?
Shit.
Bro, look at this beast.
head of a bull roams the property. Every 4 hours, he begins a patrol,
Oh, it's a
sniffing
wrap.
the air for your scent. If you hear heavy hooves on concrete, hide immediately.
It's
Do not
over with,
hide
bro.
in the same barn twice. He remembers.
Hell
Survive all
no.
12 cycles, and the gate opens at dawn. Good luck. Door 2,
At
the
dawn.
dead zone. A frozen Soviet city abandoned after
Why
a
keep
reactor
being in the
meltdown
cold?
decades ago. Snow falls constantly. The buildings are empty, but intact. In the old apartments, you'll find canned food, sealed water, and thick military blankets. The radiation here is not survivable. It is accumulating in your body with every passing hour. By hour 36, your hands will shake. By hour 44, you won't be able to stand.
That's if
You
you
will not
outside.
leave
big
this
dog.
place alive. Pick a
Oh.
door.
I don't know, big dog. Yeah, like that's
Between
low key looking like a
terrible and
W.
terrible. That's
It
crazy.
is. That was between terrible and terrible. I'm not gonna lie. It is. However, though, that's
I
a
think
close one.
I think we all lose.
That does seem like a wash. Low key, it seems like a wash. Wait, hold on. Let me just watch the first door one more time, just to see if there's like any way you can escape this motherfucker.
Nigga, it's a big ass ox with nostrils.
Let me just
The
see.
door
Let me
you
see. Hold
choose
on.
will determine your fate for the next 48 hours. Door 1, the slaughterhouse farm, an abandoned cattle farm stretching endlessly under a blood-red sky. In the feeding troughs, you'll find canned meat, bottled water, and old horse blankets for warmth. You are not alone. A massive figure with the head of a bull
You're just not
roams the
escaping that,
property.
bro.
Every 4
Not
hours,
alone.
he begins to patrol, sniffing the air for your scent. If you hear heavy hooves on concrete, hide immediately.
Look
Do
at
not
that
hide
nigga,
in the
man.
same barn twice. He remembers. Survive all
He
12.
remembers. You can't even. You probably won't even remember where you hid the last time.
Ah,
I
yeah,
mean,
bro. That's a tough one though. But you got radiation.
yeah. I
You
mean, the
feel
blue
me?
jump said that you don't survive it anyway. So
Yeah.
it says you if
So
you
that
secure that
means
one, you can survive in the red zone.
red. That means Red Door got it.
That's
Red Door
crazy.
got it. Hey, look, man, your boy 1-1. Hey, look, they
Good.
had us on the ropes. They had us on the ropes. But look, we came back. We came back, baby. So yeah, we're going. If you pick Red Door, you got the W on that one. That one's real close. That one was mad close. I wish it wasn't that close, but I think since they did say that the blue door, you literally cannot survive that
No.
radiation. Maybe you can find a way to finesse the fucking raging bull, right? For
Yeah.
48 hours. Who knows? Who knows? But your boy 1-1. Gap is 0-2. You got to bounce back. Got to bounce back. Here we go. Here we go. Third challenge. Here we go. Keep your records. Drop them in the chat.
Pick a door.
Damn, I'll go red this time.
You going red on this one? I think I'm
going
gonna go
blue.
with the
I'm gonna
blue.
go blue. I'm gonna go blue.
I'm going blue. I'm going
blue.
blue. I'm going blue on this one.
Stick with blue. I gotta hit one of them eventually.
Yeah, I'm gonna rock blue. I'm gonna rock with blue on this one. Normally, I feel like
But
the side the demon
yeah,
is
what
on
the
is
hell
the
is
right
that?
side.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
go
don't
with
know what that is. You going with the red door?
Go with red. I'm gonna go with red.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with
Okay. Look, I
You
try
gonna
to
need
tell
that
you.
axe. You gonna need that axe for it.
I might, but hey,
So,
look, man. At least I'm not gonna be walking in the sun with a demon. I'm gonna
the
go with the
red,
blue door though.
the red one gonna be your best friend. Watch.
King Blaze says blue is true this time. Stretch 52 says blue. A lot of blues in the chat. Lots of blues in the chat.
Y'all
Chris says
all wrong.
blue.
I'm about to catch up.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got.
The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 48 hours.
48
door
hours.
1, the Golden
Red door.
Meadow, an endless sunlit field of wildflowers with a warm breeze that never stops. Food grows here.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet
Oh, yeah.
berries line the path,
Damn.
and clean water runs through a small stream. For rest, the grass is soft and warm. You are not alone. Every 8 hours, a deep hum rises from beneath the ground. The bees emerge, thousands of them, pouring from hives buried in the soil. Do not run. Do not swat. Stay completely still and hold your breath. Movement attracts them. Each swarm is larger than the last. By the final cycle, the field is black with them. No one has survived the 6th hum. Good luck. Door 2.
Yeah, y'all don't think you're surviving that one. It started off strong again. It started off real strong.
This shit rigged. The same nigga that made this ref that Wizards game. This is crazy.
Hey, you better be 0-3, big dog. Let me see. Let me see what the blue door got.
Door
Hey,
2,
Team Blue,
the
we might
cursed
be up.
butcher shop. A
Paninis.
cold, dark meat shop with rusted hooks hanging from the ceiling. Behind the counter, wrapped in brown paper, you'll find bread, cured meat, and bottled water. For sleep, there's a cot in the back freezer. It's cold but safe. Every 12 hours, the meat on the hook starts twitching. Ignore it. The whispers from the drain are not real. Stay until morning. Congratulations, you're safe.
Oh,
Pick
there
a
we go.
door.
There we go. Hey, so we're safe. I mean, you heard it there.
That's
All you
crazy.
gotta do is stay in that little locker, get your little blanket, you be all right. Oh yeah, your boy too. I'm cooking with grease now. Drop your records in the chat, y'all. Drop your records in the chat. Your boy Gap is 0-3.
Hey, yo.
You know what we do,
The
man.
only person that's 0-3?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Wait, who else 0-3? Oh, you might be. You might be the
Like,
only
tell the
one.
truth, man. Tell the truth.
Void 3-0. Void 3-0. Shout out to Void.
Tell the truth, man.
Shout out to Void. Your boy 2-1. Zeke is 2-1. Oh, Stretch 52. He's 0-3. Okay, so he's right there
My
with
man,
you.
my man, 52.
JD, hey, this one is for you and Stretch 52, man. Y'all got to get it together. Y'all got to get it together.
Here we go, stretch. Day after day.
It can't listen, man. It can't be your day every day, man. You feel me? Some days you're gonna fall behind, and then other days
It's
just
all
can't
good.
happen for you every day. It's all good. It's all good.
First
But we're
time I
gonna
took
keep it
it
moving
out.
though. We're gonna keep it moving though. We're gonna keep it moving. We got one more challenge, and then we got the bonus round. Then we got the bonus round to
You
wrap it
mentioned
up.
bonus. The bonus worth 10 points.
Bonus is worth 2. It's worth 2 wins on your record. Right?
Ooh.
Let's see
So
if you
if I
can at
get
least
this
get to
one right, I can
500.
get the 5. Okay.
Let's see if you get to 500. Let me see. All right, here we go.
Pick a door.
All right, which door are we going with? We going with this 6-7 red door, or are we going with the party blue door on this one?
We're going party.
Going party?
Yeah.
I'm 2-1 right now. I think I'm gonna go with the. I'm gonna go with the red door. I'm gonna
Six,
go with the
7.
red door. I'm gonna go with the 6-7 on this one. Give me the
Hmm.
6-7.
Hmm. Hold on. Hold
Hey,
on.
most
Let's
of the
go.
chat.
Let me think about it. I might go with red too.
He said, "Let me think about it." Okay, yeah.
This is
Take your
life.
time. Take your
This is
time.
life
Chat's
or
still getting
death.
it
This
in.
is life or death. Hold
Yeah,
on.
for sure.
Uh, I think I'm gonna go 6-7, man.
You can go six
That's all the
seven.
rage. That's all the rage. But it could be somebody who hates whoever made this. It could be somebody who hates that phrase and they try and trick all the kids and going 6-7 is really
You
fucking
could
weird.
be right. Could
You
be
know what I'm saying?
right.
Party.
Most of the chat is going with red.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with red too. Since we all gonna lose together. Damn that. Stretch, go party, stretch. Go to blue. We can't both lose. We can't both lose, man.
All right, here we go. Let's run it. Let's run it. Let's go. Let's go. 6-7 red door. What we got?
The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 48 hours. Door
Okay.
1. Your 67th birthday. You're at your own birthday party. Everyone you know is here.
Oh,
The decorations are perfect, but something's wrong. Every 3 hours, the guests become more aggressive. They mock your age,
Ooh.
your failures, your regrets. The cake tastes like ash. The presents are empty boxes. Do not leave the main room. If you try to escape, they will block every exit, and the psychological torture intensifies. Stay calm. After 48 hours, they'll disappear, and you'll wake up alone. The trauma fades slowly. You will survive this. Door 2.
So that looks like, yeah, it looks like we're gonna survive this one, unless somehow the other one is better. I mean, this just sounds like a lot of trauma. You feel
yeah.
me?
I mean,
Like you walk into basically a house. These look like fucking demons, to be honest
they
with
look
you.
scary, especially
They
the
look
shorty
scary
on
as
the left.
hell,
God
for
damn.
sure.
Let's get
Right?
out of
But
here.
but apparently they'll all look like your family. You know what I'm saying? And they're just gonna like talk about your shortcomings and that sounds horrible.
I'm gonna talk
Sounds
shit back.
horrible. I'm
I'm gonna be like,
talk
nigga,
shit
didn't
back.
you have a DUI? Be like, what are you on your third DUI now? The nerve of you.
Facts. That one's pretty easy. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's an early W. I think it's safe to say that deserves a green giant. I think that deserves a green giant. But let's listen to the blue door.
Door 2, the cursed wedding. You arrive with your band to perform at a wedding reception. The venue is beautiful, but every 6 hours, you notice something wrong. The bride's legs bend backward when she walks. All the guests have legs made of pale, stretched human skin. They're skinwalkers. They know you've seen them. Do not stop playing music. The moment the music stops, they will reveal themselves fully. You're safe as long as you keep performing.
It's a tough one too, but I
That's it.
do think that the first one is a little bit easier because you don't have to perform. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is just ignore them. Feel me? That's all you got to do is just ignore them. The other one is like literally, if you don't perform and do exactly what they want you to do for 48 hours straight, they're gonna murk you. So yeah, red door. Red door gets a W on that one. If you pick the red door, clap it up for yourself. Drop your record in the chat. Your boy is 3-1. Hey, don't look now, but your boy is 3-1. I'm right there in the mix. I'm right there in the mix to actually take home my first ring today. Let me see. King Blaze is 3-1. Chris is also 3-1. Void is 4-0 on the day. So
Ooh.
Void is in the lead right now. He's firmly in the driver's seat to take home a ring. And he's been really fighting for one these past couple of weeks. See, thing about Void is he got 2 rings like maybe a couple weeks ago. Then he stopped playing, right? He was like, I got my rings. I'm not playing no more. But he recently started playing again. He's trying to retire on me, right? So now he's trying to come out of retirement and get his 3rd ring. So we're going to see if he does it. Here, he's 4-0 right now. We also had Glaucoma, who was 3-1. Shout out to Glaucoma. So it all comes down to the bonus round. Oh, yeah, Glaucoma is our 2-time champ from last week as well.
Oh,
Glaucoma was a 2-time champ last week, actually back-to-back days. So shout out to him. Yeah, he's been actually really good. He's been on a heater recently. So let's go ahead and do our bonus round, guys. You guys know the drill when it comes to the bonus round. It is a hide and pray. It's not like the other choose the doors. It's a hide and pray on this one. And Gap, I'll show you here in a second. But if you win this one, if you win this round, it counts for 2 wins on your final record. If you lose, it still only counts for 1 loss. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw it up on screen here. You guys know the drill. But Gap,
hide and pray.
Take a look. You got to hide and pray. That's the name of the game, right? You're gonna have this MFer who's coming after you, and you got to pick the correct number, right? So let's look. You got to pick the surviving number. That's the idea here. You have the choice between 1 through, it looks like 8 on this one. So obviously your odds of winning it aren't as high, but that's why it's worth 2 points. And this is the bonus round, right? So go ahead and throw your numbers in the chat, y'all. Where y'all going? I think the monster is the demon or whatever. I think it's going to come in from the top. That's where the door looks like it's at. It's going to search around, murk a couple of these numbers, and it's going to get up out of there. It's going to leave maybe like 2 or 3 to survive. So if you pick one of the winning numbers, one of the surviving numbers, you win this round. Gap, where you going with it?
I'm gonna go with 8.
You gonna go with 8? Any reason why 8? Any strategy you got?
It's darker over there. All the lights are on the right side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if that
That
means
is true.
anything.
That's true. I didn't
But
notice
it's
that.
just darker over there, you know. 6 probably isn't bad, but is that the bathroom? Can't really tell.
6 does look like the bathroom. I think
Yeah.
it's on top of a toilet.
Yeah, 6 or 5 might be good ones too. But I'm gonna go with 8. I feel like that's just middle of the pack there. Spray and pray.
Give me 1. I'm gonna go with 1. I feel like he's gonna pass right by 1 to start it. He can go all the way towards the bottom of the screen, murk a couple motherfuckers on the bottom, work his way back up top, and just slide right by 1 on his way out. I think that's what's gonna go down on this one. Let me see. What else we got in here? What y'all got? What y'all saying? 3. Okay, I see some votes for 5. 3 votes for 5. No, 4 votes for 5. Okay. All right. I'm gonna keep an eye on that 5. I'm gonna keep an eye on that 5.
5 will be the first one.
That's gonna be the first one. Gap, you said you're 8, right? You rocking with 8?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going with number 1. I'm going with number 1. Bonus round, y'all. Again, if you win 2 wins on your record, let's run it. Okay. 2 might be up.
Please, no.
Nah, ain't no please.
Yes.
Peace. Oh, here you go.
Ooh. Stay away from 1. Oh, damn, it snaked you, bro.
What was that?
It snaked you. Bruh.
Oh,
I think they threw something. Yeah, I think he threw something. I'm about to replay it now. I think he threw something over. I think 4 threw something over the walls into 8's room.
Oh, that's corny. Walls don't even work like that.
I guess not, but that's funny though. Let's watch it again. Damn, bro. Crazy how they did you like that, bro. Crazy how they did you like that. Oh, 5 about to be out of here. Oh, stay away from 1. Stay away from 1. Come on, bro. Come on, dog. What are we talking about?
Oh, there it is. There it is. Hey, I'm rooting for everybody to lose.
Hey, young. Oh, look at 7 on the move. Oh, got caught. All right. So 4 and 6 were the winners. 4 and 6 were the survivors. Did anybody pick 4 or 6 in this one? I don't think anybody did. I don't think anybody picked 4 or 6. As I'm looking at it, no, Zeke said 6. Zeke did say 6. Okay. But what was Zeke's record? Zeke was 3 and 1. Zeke was 3 and 1, which means Zeke goes to 5 and 1.
He's tied with somebody, right? Oh no, he
no
wins.
Void. Yeah, he wins because Void was 4 and 0, but he lost the last round.
Okay, Z.
Ah, man. So that means Zeke. That means Zeke, man. Zeke is the winner. Zeke is the winner of today's Liminal Olympics challenge, man. Shout out to you, Zeke. Let me go ahead and I wish I could pull it up on screen. I can't see the comments in my regular thing today. I don't know why. It's super duper weird, but whatever, right? But shout out to Zeke, man. Listen, man, they gonna try to hate on you, but guess what? When they try to hate on you, tell them what? Tell them what? What did Mike T say? What did Mike T say? Oh, nothing. I guess he didn't say anything. Actually, wait. You know what? You know the drill. What do you say? Let's go. Shout out to Zeke Okage with the W.
Yes, sir.
Make some noise for my man Zeke, man. Lemon Olympics winner of the day. Shout out to him. It's always the last round, man. It's always the last round. That bonus round be a motherfucker, dog. I mean, it can make or break you.
Yeah,
It can make or
that's a
break
fact,
you.
and that's anyone's game.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, thank y'all so much for participating in the Lemon Olympics challenge. Let's go ahead and move on here. Those are always fun, though. Those are always a lot of fun. What else we got here on this episode of SR Sutton Reactions? Let's go here. So, how about these out of pocket pastors, right? How about these pastors who are getting up in front of their congregations and demanding money from their congregations, like literally without any shame at all? Have you seen this epidemic going on?
Yeah, lock those doors.
Lock the doors, right?
Lock the doors. Give it up for Chris Carter. That nigga look like.
Man, I gotta pay my. Got paid. My tithe is what? 100. So, man, I gotta pay my daycare. They're gonna kick my kid out. Here we go. All right. Ooh. Also, I need to pay my phone bill because T-Mobile about to cut me off. Grocery. Ooh. I got my kid's hungry. Oh, the Lord. Oh. Here's the Lord. Here's your $100, Lord. Thank you. And then here's my mortgage payment. Now, you say, well, Pastor, that's good. That's not good.
Whoa.
Now, see, here's the difference. I'm helping somebody right now because if you just switch the order, you'll see some increase come. Most people do what I just did. Watch this. They gave a tenth to the Lord, but they didn't do it first. We gave him a tenth, but this is how you can give a tenth and not give it first. But the scripture says the first one is what? So I done gave my money to somebody, holy money. I done gave it to the phone bill people. And you only give the tenth first to somebody who can bless you. So let me y'all give me my money back. Give me that. Give me this. Give me this. Give me this. Give me this. Thank you. Give me. Thank you very much. Now, this is what should have happened. So who should I give to first? The Lord. Switch places with somebody, Lord. So it don't matter where the Lord is on this. What matters is if whatever comes out first belongs to who? Okay, so here you go, Lord. And so watch this now. As I begin to pay other things, and let's say now it looks like I'm coming up short, God is obligated at that point to supply all of my need because he's supposed to do that because I've honored him with the first.
I don't know, man. That's how people get behind on their bills, dog. You know, shit start getting repossessed and whatnot. I mean, it's just, I don't know. How you feel about that?
I wonder how many pastors go to hell. I mean, it just. I mean, because I believe in God, man, and I'm not super duper religious, but I do, believe in a higher being, and I believe in God, and I believe I've witnessed some of His miracles on my life and stuff like that. He's worked on me for sure. I think it's very distasteful to go to, people take time out of their weekend to go to church. Like, you got to wake up early on Sunday, which means you got to go to bed at a reasonable hour on Saturday. You got to travel through whatever traffic, early morning traffic, to get to church on a Sunday morning, and you got to sit through an hour and a half, 2 hour sermon. Imagine taking that time out of your weekend, out of your personal life, to go somewhere and have a nigga in a Gucci suit tell you that you need to be paying more money to his church so he can keep buying nice suits and nice driving nice Benz, because he ain't got no job. He's a pastor.
So let's talk about it.
So I just feel like I get the message. I think that the message is flawed. I think that it's built on the back and the shoulders of capitalism because
Mm,
he's capitalizing on people and their vulnerability, hoping that, hey, if I give God $50 this weekend, maybe he'll. I'm buying him. I'm buying grace. God will look out for you. I haven't given the church money in a decade. I haven't
yeah.
put money into the church in a decade. Not to
Mm,
jinx myself, knock on wood, but I got good health. I got a good, job. I got a good situation. I'm blessed in a lot of areas, and I haven't given them a dime. Technically, I haven't given them a dime. You know what I do? I have my conversations with God. I acknowledge Him and I thank Him for the things that He has given me, and I try and live a righteous lifestyle. What the hell is $100 going to do? If I'm putting $100 in church, I could put it in a charity that's really going to go directly to helping, somebody who's less fortunate. That's just my take on it.
that's true. That's true. Because I feel like churches, they used to be kind of like that churches used to be part of the outreach to the community, so you wouldn't really have a second thought or an issue about putting money into the church because you knew it was going towards a good cause. But nowadays, you don't even see a lot of churches like putting back into the community. It's like, okay, make sure you make your tithes and offerings, right? But that money seems to just kind of disappear, and we don't know where it's going to. And like you mentioned, some of these guys are showing up to the church in three-piece Gucci suits, right? And pulling off in a Maybach. You know what I mean? And you're just like, where is our money going as a congregation? But I think you said something important about, you have your conversations with God and things like that. I think that the best payment, right, that you could give is your presence in the church for one, and then also just your relationship, your personal relationship with God,
Mm-hmm.
because I mean he's spinning it in a way where it's like, oh, make sure you give your tenth to God first, right?
All
Make sure you
right.
give your tenth of whatever your income is to God first. And if you end up running out and falling short when it's time to pay your mortgage or your car payment or your cell phone bill or whatever, you know, God will provide for you. And it's like, that ain't really the most sound advice. It's really not the most sound advice, right? Again, it's you're capitalizing, like you said, capitalism and weaponizing faith,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because you're basically saying, like, hey, look, as long as you pay God first, aka us, the church, who are going to do whatever with that money,
All right.
then God will magically bless you. Even if you give us this money right now and you go sit in a dark room for the next 2 weeks and do nothing,
Mm-hmm.
right? To make any more money or whatever, God will still somehow bless you and you'll wake up with all the money you need in your account. That's just not how it works, right?
Absolutely not.
And, and I guess I wish that people would just stop again, like weaponizing blind faith in the church to get people to pay more money. Because if God really works the way it is in mysterious ways and magical ways, like you say he does, which I know he can and has for me as well, like you mentioned, then God would naturally put it on the hearts of the congregation to give, right? Instead of you having to sit up there and beg. Or if you want to take it a step further, God would naturally make sure that the church has everything it needs. Even if the church didn't have a great month in terms of tithes and offering, big homie upstairs is gonna make sure you straight, right? You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So it's like, it's kind of like you just, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
nasty because it seems like a lot of congregations don't understand that.
Yeah. And people think that I mean, they're instilling the idea that you can buy a blessing essentially. And
Yeah.
my thing with that is like these churches, like these mega churches, which it seems to be because I'm a member of a mega church here at home in Maryland, and these dudes they do like 3 services a Sunday. They'll do 3 services on Sunday, then they'll do a Bible study during the week. At all 4 or 5 of these events, they're asking for money, right? They're asking for you to tithe because that's the right thing to
Yeah.
do. They guilt you into saying that, hey, if you don't do this, then God won't look out for you as much as He will to your neighbor who's putting $20 in a brown basin. And I'm like, do the math. If you got, let's say, 500 people at 3 different services, you raking in. maybe 1,500 people a Sunday, right?
Hmm.
At least 1,000 people. If let's say 50% of those people give you $10, you're making money. You're making bread. You know what I'm saying? Like you're
Yeah.
making a good little fortune. Like you're making that over a couple $1,000s
Yeah.
at that.
Thousands a week. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Easily.
And I mean that's keeping the lights on. That's paying everybody. So it's just like, what are we talking about here? I just feel like some of these things are ill intent. I think I think the devil, quote unquote, the devil, which is up for debate if that is a real thing, but I think that we have kind of demonized what we've turned something that is based in faith and good works into something that has now become a money grab or a thing of false works that aren't going to get rewarded in the end. I just it's just nasty. Like I said, it's just nasty.
Yeah. Definitely agree there. Um, yeah, hopefully they can get it together. And that Drewski skit from a while ago, it really woke it up out there, of like what's really going on. Obviously it was all for like jokes and laughs and stuff like that. But what they say,
Real,
all good jokes contain true shit,
yeah,
and there was some true shit behind what Drewski was saying in that skit there. So, you know, yeah,
yeah.
nasty
That's
stuff,
one of
nasty
those
stuff.
Twitter skits, and you got a lot of pastors mad.
Yeah. Let me see. Void in the chat here says, wolf in sheep's clothing. Not all who preach the word do it right or with good intent. That's a fact. That's a fact. Glaucoma says a church ain't never pay my mortgage. He can kick rocks. Let me see. Asmodia says this is nothing new. A fairly local Buddhist temple had a scandal about 5 years ago embezzling $80,000. Yeah, because that's another thing, Alex. I mean, not Alex. Why I say Alex? I just got off live with Alex. Yeah, that's another thing. Um, I believe, and don't directly quote me on this, and let me know if you know better than I do on this one, but I believe that like the church, like the money that the church gets is not taxed, right?
Right, because it's cash.
Yeah, I just think that they don't have to report that at all, and they
Yeah,
have a whole bunch of different like tax breaks and stuff like that. So there really isn't much of an
it's
excuse,
a hustle.
right?
It's a hustle.
It's a hustle.
I mean,
It's a
I have,
hustle.
and let me, because I don't want to paint the picture. Oops, I don't want to paint the picture that all churches are,
They're not.
because they're not at all. Like I know churches that are barely keeping their lights on, like down the country, in Virginia, where my grandparents are from, and they do things for the community or whatever. And if you've been a member for a while, they'll throw you like a party and whatever the case may be. It's real cool stuff, and and they also like the mega church that I mentioned earlier. They do they do turkey give outs or whatever, like Thanksgiving
Yeah,
packages for Thanksgiving,
yeah.
which I think is cool. You're giving out a few hundred turkeys, feeding the homeless, whatever
But it's like a cosmetic thing for me because it's like,
It is.
bro, it's
It
not
is.
like people only get hungry one time a year on
It
Thanksgiving.
is. It
You
is.
know what I'm saying? Like on a random night, Tuesday night in May, you know what I'm saying? Somebody's out there starving, right? And it's like, what is the church doing for them? How is that money being repurposed to uplift our community for them? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like it just has to be more intentional. Like if you're going to be kind of putting it in our face, like this is going towards the greater good, right? I don't know, but like you said, it is important for us to mention that that's not all churches. It's not. As a
Right.
matter of fact, I'd go out on a limb and say most churches do have the right intentions in mind when it comes to
Mhm.
how they operate and things like that, how they collect money, what they do with that money. I've
Mhm.
actually seen some of the behind the scenes stuff on how that works growing up, and there are certain churches who do it right. So again, thank you for bringing that up. I think that's important to say for
Absolutely.
sure.
Also, and don't one more thing. I know.
Hmm.
Uh, don't have me coming to church, nigga, and you talking about me giving you money the whole time. I want to reiterate that. I think that's really like you basing it like off the word of God and all that. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I didn't come here like, bro. I barely put gas in. I could barely put gas in this car to get here. I could have said,
Hmm.
yes, I'm gonna go to IHOP after this. Now I'm out. I want to go do something else. You costing me money. Like, come on. Like, I'm taking time out of my day, bro. Don't be coming at me about no tithes and offerings and all that, man. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Me and God is right. We straight. You don't even know what I'm doing. Not your business. And then there's more than one way to give back to the Lord, man. Like you said, I mean,
Facts.
you can give back by doing community service. I feel like I would feel way better about myself doing something for my community than giving the pastor $20. I mean,
That's a fact. That's a fact.
it just is
That's
what
a
it is.
fact. You could definitely take that. You could take that into your own hands. Take that money into your own hands and actually go and do something good with it. You know.
Right, exactly.
I wanted to play this video from have you seen, Trey Rags, right?
I have. Yeah, you showed me. I think you introduced me to him some years ago.
Bro, that man is hilarious for one thing. But he made a video that kind of like, I guess, kind of talked about that. I don't know if you remember the whole thing about like who makes better content, Drewski or Trey Rags. That was a big thing for a little while.
Mhm.
But they just make two totally different types of content. And the way that Drewski kind of woke it up in his skit was one thing. It was like kind of like very pop culture-ish and stuff like that. But the way that Trey Rags attacked it was from a much more like kind of dark and comedic, way. And I wanna play this video. So let me go ahead and download it actually really quick. Pull it up on screen right fast, right fast. And then we'll move on. I promise, guys. I promise we'll move on. Didn't mean to spend this much time on this here, but here we are. Here we are. Let me see if I can get this on here, guys. Because this shit was hilarious. You got to let me know if you've seen it too. All right. All right. All right, here we go.
All right. I think that's all. But before I let you guys go, I would like to end it in a prayer.
Okay, Pastor.
Specifically for Brother Trey in the audience.
All right.
Amen. Brother Trey, the Spirit just moved me to pray for you.
Yes, Pastor.
Let's all bow our heads and get started. Thank you. Lord, we come before you to pray for Trey. And especially for his financial struggles.
Yes.
Now, Lord, Trey has been coming to this church for about 2 years. And I have noticed he has never given an offering. Every time the basket passes him, he acts like he doesn't see. He don't see you, Lord.
Help him, Lord.
He don't see you. And that's not even what I'm worried about. I can tell that his shoes be leaning.
Wow.
I notice when he come in and stains are on his shirt.
Wow.
I can tell the struggle. I can see it on him.
Yes.
And
talking
I
about wow.
wish I could help him with this problem alone, but Lord, you told us to come to you when we have a problem that seems insurmountable.
Woo!
A problem too big. So Lord, we come to you to ask for you to reach down into the depths of his debt. And I know you have to reach far. And I know you have to reach far to get him. But we know that you can do it.
Yes, he can.
Lord, we can tell that he doesn't even have $1 to his name.
Yes.
We can hear his stomach growl.
Yes.
We know that he's hungry.
Yes.
We know that his lights is going off. We know he has a hole in his sock, a hole in his boxer, a leak in his roof. We know he has a cat and the cat can't even eat.
Wow.
No food in the cat bowl.
Wow.
We know the mice have died from starvation in his walls.
Yup.
He doesn't even bring his daughter anymore. He can't pay the child support.
Yes, Lord.
He got no food for his daughter. No food in his fridge.
Yes.
His daughter ain't coming over on the weekends. She has nothing to eat, Lord. And we know that you can help.
Yes. Yes.
And we know that you can do all things. And even with this task, you might even break a little sweat. But we know that you'll wipe the sweat off. Because we know that you can help Trey. Because Trey can't even sweat. He's too dehydrated. He has no food. He doesn't even have food for thought. He can't even think.
Hey, I got $1. I got $1.
Hallelujah! Won't he do it?
I ain't think it was that deep. I ain't think it was that deep. But here, like, y'all can take it.
Yes.
I'm not broke, though. I'm not broke. What are y'all
That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, nah, that's funny. That's a good take. That might,
yeah.
that might be just as good as the Drewski one.
That's what I'm saying. If not better. Like,
not
bro,
better.
I was like, I'm
better.
dying laughing at something like that. Drewski, again, when it comes to like the production quality and like the shit he's able to pull off in his videos, obviously he got it. But when it comes to like just making something actually funny, this dude Trey Rags, he got that shit, man.
Yeah, no, he's funny. Yeah.
It was a person in the back. It was a person in the back for me talking about some
Yes.
yes, Lord. I mean, like, bro, who is that? Hell nah. But yeah, that was that. The whole pastor situation. Some of these pastors be out of pocket, y'all. They do. Let me see in the chat. Void says he's seen this one. Yeah, that's just hilarious, bro. Glaucoma laughing at it too. Kenny says Sutton just dropping in to like the video, but I'm gonna watch this on the replay. Shout out to you, Kenny. Appreciate you for coming through as well. All right. Damn, I'm low key crying. That was hilarious. All right, here we go. What's next? What's next? So let's get into this whole Ari Lennox situation, right? I know you might have seen this, or maybe you haven't. I haven't seen it yet. I was gonna wait to react to it live here, but apparently, City Boys is back up. Again, it's one of those type of takes. You feel me? And I've been seeing women saying that Ari Lennox set them back generations by saying what she said here. So let's go ahead and listen to what Ari Lennox had to say. By the way, Ari Lennox from the DMV, right?
She is.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Shout out to Ari Lennox. Here's what she had to say about dating in her
She gotta
modern
be
age, I
30.
guess.
Yeah, she gotta be 30.
I think I have a thing for toxic energy. So I think there's still some more healing that I need to do because when I look back on all of these energies, it's a shame I gave them so much time and there were sweet energies that I didn't.
Yeah.
And so now I see those sweet energies getting married and starting families. I'm just like, dang, that probably could have been me if I recognized the security in those individuals at the time. And like now I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely feeling that now. I'm aware that there's something going on. There's something wrong.
What do you think it is that attracts you to like toxic energy?
I think they just seem really exciting at first. The chemistry is incredible. And they don't even always be fine. It's not even that like they're sexy or something. I mean, well, they're sexy, but they don't be the finest things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's just an energy. It's sometimes it's convenience, what we talk about. A lot of the sweeter energies that I felt like weren't for me. I felt I could see myself falling asleep a little bit on the phone. So I don't know if that's like if boring is good or not. Like I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out what that means. Like
It's the thrill.
yeah.
It's the thrill of it.
Yeah.
So there you heard it there first, folks. That is Ari Lennox, DMV native, basically saying how she wishes that back in her younger days she would have dated the good guy, the nice guy, right? Whatever that looked like for her, and how she's attracted to toxic energy. Now, Gap, when you hear Ari say something like this, what is it? What does it make you think about, man? What are you thinking?
Man, I don't know, because I feel like a lot of women are like plagued by this mindset.
Yeah,
I really do. I think a lot of, and I wish I could say it goes both ways, but I think for men, I think we cherish good women, you know. But we don't either, though. It does go both ways because we treat good women. We got a track record too for treating good women bad too. So
yeah.
I mean, it goes both ways. So I mean, I feel like you couldn't get this information from me if I was her, especially in a public platform like this. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I think it's a little embarrassing. Like we're, you know, like I said, she has to be at least 30. She's at least our age because I think she's older than us. So to be realizing stuff like this in your 30s is like, come on, shorty. Like, this is a lesson you should have learned at maybe 27, you know,
But you got to
28.
think that like she's probably been famous for the last what 10 years or so.
Yeah,
You
that's
know, so she's always kind of had like going into her adult life, like she's always had kind of like access to people who aren't boring. Like to her, and like you mentioned, like she's just a small microcosm of the bigger situation, right? But to her, just speaking for her situation, she probably again has been in rooms and spaces to where she meets people who are super exciting, you feel me? But she did mention like toxic though as like something that she really likes. And it's like
yeah,
I feel like that can only come from like
trauma.
trauma.
Hmm.
It can only come from trauma. Like because nobody who
Daddy.
grows up, in a safe, peaceful environment wants anything to do with,
Hmm.
toxicity in their romantic relationships. I don't see that,
Yeah.
But I think a large part of it, I mean, because like we mentioned, it goes both ways. Because guys, coming up, you have the choice between the good girl, right, the girl next door, whatever, who gets her homework done, wears glasses, is kind of cute, but she's not really all that attractive, whatever. And you have the choice between her and then the girl who's like the freaking smoke show of the school or whatever. And I'm just talking about like younger kids, like high schoolers, maybe college
It's
age,
all your
whatever.
money.
Right. Yeah. Like you're gonna go with that 20% of fun. It's the 80-20 rule. You're gonna go with that
Yeah,
20% of like fun, but miss out on like the 80% of like everything else that a person can offer you in a romantic
yeah.
relationship. So it's like people just be exchanging. It kind of goes into the argument about like the algorithm and how our brains are kind of like wired nowadays to always feel like we have options and to always chase the most viral thing or the most like the biggest conflict and
It's
things
that
like
damn
that, you
yeah.
know?
It's that damn
Yeah.
phone. It's that online dating, man. Online dating make you feel as though you have not even online dating, but finding get, approaching people through social media. It expands the dating pool. I mean, infinitely because you can talk to whoever you want to talk to, or at least try to, whatever, shoot your shot, whatever, that whole concept. So now we're in a world where it's like, oh, I'm just gonna have fun with this person. Fuck it, whatever. Or I'm just gonna treat them however I want to treat them. Or I'm just gonna be along for the ride. It's always somebody else. It's always gonna be somebody else. You know. But while you're doing all that, you're getting older. And you're missing out on valuable time that you could be spending. If you lock in on yourself, because you gotta do that first before you get into a meaningful relationship. I'm always gonna preach that. But once you get into a meaningful relationship, you gonna know the difference immediately from that one and some bullshit. So you also put yourself in this situation. So she's somebody like, but she's not afraid to admit it. She said it. She puts herself in these situations. So that's something that she needs to address probably in therapy or something, because there
In
has to be
therapy, yeah,
something that's missing.
internally for
Yeah.
sure. Hopping on this podcast, who I mean, this looks like Sirius XM radio, I see, but it's just I don't know what that's doing for. I mean, it's gonna get her a viral moment for sure because I mean, this is an absolute slam dunk for all the red pill guys out there. The manosphere guys. It's a slam
Right.
dunk for them. It's like, oh, see, look,
Yeah.
see what
Treat
she
them
just
terribly.
said.
They like it. They
Yeah,
like it.
right. They love it. They love it. You know what I mean? And it's like, nah, man, we need to dig deeper on stuff like this, and it's crazy because Stretch 52, I see in the chat, says she's 34 years old. So like you said, she is kind of like around our age group. And it's like you said something important, like you come up through your 20s living fast, right? Thinking that you have all this time and all these options, but then by the time you look up, you're like
30, nigga.
early 30s,
Yeah.
mid 30s. You know what I mean? It's like, all right. I mean, that sure was fun, but now it's probably time to go do the thing I was supposed to do, like you can't live your whole life living like you're, a college kid, a college student.
Right.
You just
Right.
can't. And so prayers up to her. Thoughts and
Well,
prayers for
not really.
sure.
She'll figure it out. Or maybe
No,
she
thoughts
won't.
and
Or,
prayers.
or,
What?
maybe, or maybe she won't, though. I mean, but that's the thing. Like, she's saying that she likes that. So she's the only person who can get herself out of that. Thoughts and prayers ain't gonna help her. She got to get herself out of that, because that's a fucked up mindset to have. Like, I like being in bad situations versus good ones, because
Yeah.
the good guy puts me to sleep on the phone. Does he really, nigga? Probably not. But you're so
Mm,
enthralled by what could be somewhere else. You're so enthralled by what somebody else may bring to the table that may give you momentary excitement, versus something substantial. So she has to have that.
that's a good point. I think you have to prioritize like consistent peace when it comes to like dealing with like romantic relationships. Like consistent peace should be prioritized way higher than like somebody who's just going to love bomb you one day, then the next day they're knocking your head between the washer and dryer. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Punching the hell
it
out of you.
just punching the hell out of you. And I think that it's very stop, bro. I think it's very irresponsible on her part for sure. I think it's very irresponsible on her part to get on this podcast like this and basically tell girls around the world like it's not just you who feels this way. You know what I'm saying? Like it's me too, and it's by the way, it's okay.
Right,
To be kind
right,
of behave and think like this. It's just how I am,
right.
right? Do I want to maybe settle down, get married, whatever? Yeah, I mean that's what I want to do now. But like it's just how I am, and you start to confirm people's kind of like biases about themselves, right? And people feel like they never have to grow. when they hear
Exactly.
validation like this. So
Exactly. And she's almost advocating for a bad behavior. So yeah, I would say thoughts and prayers, but it's just like she's gonna. And no disrespect to her, she sounds like a bird though. She's just gonna be one.
yeah,
She's gonna be one.
yeah, it's unfortunate. It's
Another
unfortunate.
one
That's for
lost to the
sure.
game. Chalk it up.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Let me see here. So let me go ahead and get Ari off of our screen. And this is a little change of pace right here. It's like this is like not funny, but it's kind of funny and kind of fucked up at the same time. But I would imagine this is probably the type of relationship that Ari Lennox would enjoy.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
This is crazy.
Hey, I saw
Now,
somebody
real quick,
tweet.
real quick, before we go any further in this, I got to preface this with saying this because there's no caption here, right? Now, I don't want y'all to think I'm an advocate for men hitting women, but the caption of this video was like, this girl was going around with boxing gloves and challenging guys and giving them $100 if they could knock her down in like a little boxing sparring match, right? And so let me just play this video.
Yo, somebody was like, you crazy as hell. You crazy as hell for punching a white girl in public like that.
Nah, for real though. For real though.
It's hilarious. That's so
But
true.
nah, he really going to her body though. Is crazy. It's like it's not damn like really working the body. Ooh.
He's
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Right.
He's making the noises and everything.
God, those bodies. Oh my goodness, Lord, have mercy, yo. It's bad. Still going to the body.
Blood on the leaves.
Stop the damn match.
Hey, she just got spanked.
Oh my god, bro, was really. It's like it's not funny. It's not funny. I promise it's not. But it's like
Haymaker. Nah, that shit is hilarious. Why would she
this
subject
is kind of
herself to
funny.
that?
Why
Like, yeah,
would she do
I'm gonna
that?
get this grown man some boxing gloves and just go to work. What are you doing?
Who happens to also obviously have some sort of like training, bro? Because
Right.
he was dialed in. He was locked in, right? You feel me?
Like,
Right. It was like 1-2s, body work, body,
like,
head.
bow.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, that push would have knocked the grown man out. I don't know how.
for sure. Yeah, she was eating them though. You got to give it to her though. That's one thing. She was eating them body shots, eating it because the whole thing. I guess the whole thing was like you got to drop her, right? But it's like even like bro, as a grown man, bro, I'm
He
not
should
even
have
gonna lie
knocked
to
her
you.
motherfucking ass out. I know he could have.
Bro, stop.
I mean, if that's the
Okay, so if a woman comes to you with a $100 challenge and say, "Hey, look, if you put on these gloves and you can knock me down, then I give you $100." You doing it?
yeah, why
Come
not?
on, bro.
Trash.
You're gonna be all over social media,
I'm
dog.
gonna
Your
be like,
career is
what's
over, bro.
that? I'm gonna be like, what's that? She gonna look, bow.
Hey, nah, bro. Fuck out of here, dog. You're not doing that shit. That is hilarious. That's hilarious,
That's
though.
crazy though. That is a crazy concept.
It is. It is. But obviously, this girl has taken a punch before. She has taken
Clearly.
multiple punches before. All right, let's move on here. We got a couple more left before we get out of here. So this one was about Airbnb. Now, I really want to know. I wanted to get your take before we started. If you're an Airbnb or a hotel guy, let me roll the video first. Apparently, these people who checked into their Airbnb, they had a little bit of an issue with the owner of the property. Let's take a listen.
Okay, well, can we do this? Are you able to refund her money? Can we just pay for the one night, the night that we were here, and then we could just leave? Because y'all weren't clear with y'all directions at all. If we would have known it from the jump, we probably would need to have booked with y'all.
Yeah,
and then we probably Airbnb. Airbnb told us the same thing, that it was not listed. And if you do a deposit, you're supposed to put it on the side.
No, it's on the advertisement. I also told it. I'm super. I was also at Airbnb. I also told it them today. show me where I put it else. They told me, no, you cannot put it else. It's by important information. You put it on the right side.
Wait, so why is it? So that's what I'm saying. Airbnb was on our side as well.
Yeah, we didn't know about it initially.
We already paid almost $2,000 for the
that I can understand.
Yeah.
Because we talked about the rent price of
yeah.
for the car.
So you kind of just cut off our car.
That one I can understand, really. But the thing is, the cost for the electricity and water is not included the price, and the costs for the deposit of the house, they need to pay.
You sound like a bunch of bullshit to me.
Need to be paid. The deposit for the car, I can leave that for you because I didn't told you that. I can finally, there's really no problem in that. The only difficult,
so is the 500 deposit, is that for the electricity? Are you guys?
It's being deducted afterwards.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll get a refund.
So you get a refund. And so the deposit minus the electricity, that's the way it goes.
And to be honest,
so about how much will we get refunded back?
Yeah, to be honest, that depends on how much you use.
But it's based on the actual use.
So we have to pay for air?
For air?
For like the air conditioning?
Like the air conditioning?
Yes. Yeah. And for the water also. That's not
crazy.
What's the meter for yesterday?
That is wild right there. My man said if you stand at my Airbnb property, you have to pay for the exact amount of air and water and, you know, just overall electricity that you use. That's crazy. In case you couldn't hear, I'll just read a quick caption kind of breaking down what was going on in that video. It says these women rented an Airbnb. The owner of the home demanded a $500 security deposit. The women reluctantly agree, and they ask the owner if they will get the money back after they leave. The women clarify and ask him if they will get the full amount they put down and if it worked as a true security deposit. The owner said no, they would only get some of it back because he uses the security deposit he charges to pay for the utilities that they consume, mainly electricity and gas. The women feel like they are being scammed, because they are, and only want to pay for the day they were in it instead of an extended visit as they originally planned. If we stay at a hotel, we pay one price for the room. They don't charge us for the water, for showers, electricity, or to charge our phones. So do you think the owner has been scamming people with this security deposit? What do you think?
Yeah, he's an asshole, for one. Who does that? I mean, at that point, you might as well just stay at home, or like you said, get a damn hotel. I mean, you're paying for electricity, air conditioning, which may tie into it depending on if you got gas or electric, whatever. Then you got to pay for water and all that, dog. Like water, your water bill comes does your water bill come every month? I don't know. Does your water bill come every month?
Yeah.
It comes every month.
Fixed, okay. We're on a fixed rate here.
Okay. I know here it comes every 3 months, or I haven't gotten my, I just moved here in this apartment here, but back at home it was every 3 months. So it accumulated over time, and how much water are people really using? I mean, unless people are just going to the sink, turning on their drains. On the faucet or whatever, it's just letting the water run. I mean, there's a reason this guy is saying this.
I'm about to say people will do that now. People will do that. I mean, you staying? Look, I'm staying in a nice Airbnb.
Take an hour shower.
I'm gonna take an hour shower. I might let that bitch run for an hour before I even step in.
Before I even just get the whole damn shit hot.
You know what I'm saying? Like
steaming. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, some of these hosts, they have been burned by guests. I mean, I can say that. Like they go back to their property, shit's out of place, shit's broken. They done ran up a high ass bill, like an unnecessary ass bill. You know what I mean? And maybe he wants to recoup on some of that, money. But I think you have to put that price into the regular price, right? Like take whatever you would charge for the security deposit, whatever bullshit you want to call it. Just take that $500 and put it into the price of your Airbnb rental.
Yeah.
Right. And if they want to pay that full price, cool. If they don't, cool. But don't have a totally separate charge that says basically, look, I'm charging you for every shower you take, every time you plug up your phone, every time you plug in that PS5, right? Every time you play music on that loud ass speaker that you got to plug up, I'm charging you for that. It just doesn't make any sense. But I go back to ask you this, like, I know you say you've stayed in the Airbnb only a couple times, but obviously, I mean, just like everybody else, you've stayed in the hotel multiple times throughout your life. Mm-hmm. Which one would you say you prefer?
Well, I'm a hotel kind of guy. I'm not gonna lie. I love a nice hotel. But it also depends on the stipulations that we're talking about here, or the situation
But
rather.
like,
Like,
why though? Why do you prefer hotels? Give me the exact reason.
if it's just me and my girl going, it's just me and Shorty going, I don't really need a Airbnb. But if it's like a group of people going somewhere, like if I'm going like you know on a vacation with like a group of people, I would prefer doing an Airbnb only because you spend more of that intimate time together in terms of y'all all under one roof instead of having to go from door to door to get to each other's rooms. But I think the service that you get outside of the pricing, the service that you get and the amenities that come with hotels is just a little bit better uh,
Yeah.
than Airbnbs. Room service,
And it's something that
keep the
hits
house
different about like waking up in the morning in a nice hotel,
cold,
going down to the lobby. They got a little breakfast going on down there, a little continental
smells good, a couple
breakfast, smells
shots.
good, right? Couple.
I mean,
You walk
and
by
that's
the hotel pool. They got a nice gym,
mhm.
right there in the
And that's at the
hotel.
decent ones. That's at the decent ones. The real
Facts,
good
yeah.
ones, the real good ones got like the omelet station. You
Oh,
can
the
go in
real
that joint.
breakfast, yeah,
Yeah,
for
you can
sure.
go and get the
Yeah,
real breakfast at some of these joints. So it's like that just shits on a Airbnb in my opinion. But like I said, if I'm going with like a group of people, like if I'm going with my friends or something, like it's 10 of us, I would do the Airbnb thing because like I went to LA last year with my
hmm
fiance's family. So all of us went out there and we stayed at an Airbnb. It's a great trip. And the vibe totally would have probably been totally different if we had stayed, at a hotel. So we all, we got a couple of rental cars. It just changes the vibe when you do Airbnbs, especially like
yeah,
out of the state or whatever.
yeah.
You get, I feel like when you do stuff like that, you do get the full uh, vibe of wherever you're traveling to. But a hotel is always going to trump it to me if you're just going with just a couple people or like on a business trip or something like that. It's always better.
Yeah, because most times you can actually end up getting a better price on a good hotel
Absolutely.
than you would get for a good Airbnb. Let me read the chat here. The chat is saying Airbnb is so expensive. I don't even bother. I just book a hotel. That was glaucoma on that one. I mean, I feel it. I feel it. He also says Airbnb been a scam because what the hell is a cleaning fee? You telling me to clean when I leave? Yeah. So that's another thing. You
Hmm.
got to clean up all your shit. You feel me? In some places, make you take out the trash. You got to do all that. You got to leave it like spotless,
Yeah.
or else they're gonna hit you over the head with a cleaning fee. You know,
They're quick
being
to
an
charge you.
Airbnb, yeah, being an Airbnb host is like it's a come up. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you
Yeah.
can get your hands on a couple properties and you can just kind of charge whatever you want for people to come through, and because people will pay a premium for a fun vacation. you
Yeah.
know so if you market your Airbnb property as somewhere that would be the perfect spot for you and your 6 or 7 friends, right? I mean, it'd be perfect, but it's just like, again, I have a huge issue with like having a totally separate charge that's visible to the customer that you are indeed paying for utilities, right? So not only do I not get the omelet station like you said when I walk down to the lobby,
Hmm.
I have to buy my own breakfast food, bring it back to this Airbnb, and then I have to pay for the gas or the electricity on the stove, right?
You're right.
In order to cook this food. Then I have to pay for the refrigerator that's running to keep the food cold overnight. Like you're literally being nickel and dime, bro. It's price
Right.
gouging at its finest. And I think Airbnb, that industry might end up dying off a little bit, you know?
Yeah, maybe so. And I think it's most beneficial like in a compound situation. Like if you're riding around, if you're going with like you said, like a bunch of different people, but if you're only going with like a few different people or a couple, I wouldn't do it. But the price, you get more bang for your buck when you do it with a bunch of people, and
Yeah.
it's a little more intimate. So
Stretch 52 said in the chat, he says, be like Chris Rock, how much for one rib? Nah, for real. Like, yeah, look, what if I want to book this Airbnb, but I just want this one bedroom? Right? I just want this one bedroom. Yeah, I won't go nowhere else. Just give me that one bedroom. How much for that?
yeah,
Right?
I mean some Airbnbs be nice as hell too, though. I
They
will say
do.
that.
They do.
When I say
I'd have
that,
been to one in New York one time. It was actually really nice. It was like an apartment,
oh, okay,
Airbnb, but it was really nice. It was very, homey, and it was in Brooklyn. It wasn't the best of areas, but I
yeah,
felt safe. I don't know.
that's sweet.
But salute to Airbnb though. Hopefully they can turn around their business model and get some of these hosts to stop tripping the way that they do.
Yeah.
because right now they're tripping real bad,
This is
tripping real
dickhead
bad.
number one right here. Get him out
Oh,
of
for
there.
sure, for sure, for sure. 100 lashes for homeboy. 100 lashes. All right, last one, last one. Here we go. So here's a video of a guy who apparently got a surgery to get taller,
Mhm.
right? And he's talking about how life isn't all of what it was cracked up to be as a taller man.
Sad truth is, it doesn't change as much as people magically think it's. I feel a small sense of disappointment because I was so caught up in the beginning and the hype and the excitement and everything.
What are some of the common complications you could get?
So there is the potential of death. There are people that have died from the surgery. That's just from, and one person I know in particular died from a blood clot. Blood clot actually made its way to their heart. You run the potential of non-union, so your bones never go back into place or go back together. There's absolutely a potential, like I said, that you lose your leg. I won't say high, but it's very possible.
So there you go. He said you can lose your leg, you can lose your life, you can you can lose it all.
You can lose your wife. You can lose your
wife. You can lose it all, basically, if you go for this height surgery. So he's low key regretting it. Because it says here in the picture, he went from 5'6" to 6 foot. Some people might question, why even risk getting this height surgery to begin with. 5'6" is rough, man. That's rough for a dude, for a grown man. 5'6", not good. You feel me? Like you're not gonna get a whole lot of. You feel me? Like there's a fine line between being like an average height male and being noticeably short. You know what I'm saying? Like me, for example, I'm like 5'9 3/4, damn near 5'10", right? I'm like literally the bang average height of men. You know what I'm saying? You, for example, you're like what, 6', 6'1", maybe something like that. Yeah, yeah. That's like a good spot to be. Good spot to be. You don't have to worry about being too short. But this guy was 5'6", man. I'm sure he just looked at somebody one day. He looked at a dude, and this is like where it gets gay, right? He probably looked at a dude and was like, if I was that guy's height, man, I'd be
get
tough.
so many. Yeah,
I'd get so many,
it's
just
all,
like him.
It's all women. It's all about women.
That's what it is. That's what it's about.
It's all about women and how they perceive you. But it's also about short niggas got like such a complex. And 5'6", 5'7", whatever.
It's rough, man.
It's short. It's pretty short. But it's like, dog, like, am I really going to like get a surgery to like be taller? Is it really that serious? And then
I mean,
many
if your self-esteem sucks, right? If your self-esteem is like in the gutter, right, and you grew up and girls were telling you you're not tall enough to ride this ride, and you know what I'm saying, obviously they're more attracted to the taller guys, whatever.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna be like, enough of this. I'm not gonna go through my life, you know what I mean? Like, being forever short, like
a lot of women care about stuff like that, though. Yeah. A lot of women, especially like at our age group, like and that ties back into the Arlenix thing, because she probably got caught up in the cycle of looking for a particular type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
And we've all been afflicted by that, I'm sure. But what I'm saying is, this dude right here is a decent looking dude. No homo. Just be honest. Not a bad. He's not an ugly guy. He's 5'6". It looks like he's he hits the gym. Tatted up, locks, fits the bill of what a lot of women like.
All he was missing was just a couple inches.
A couple inches. He risked a blood clot to a nigga's eye. He said it's I didn't even know that was possible. He risked all that to be 6 inches taller. That is insane. That is insane. I think that's taking it too far. Sometimes you just got to be happy with the body that you have. Not even sometimes. You always should. You just not should, but you got to. You got to be happy with yourself, man. And that starts with stop looking out and looking for validation from other people and what other people may like. But short niggas do be having complexes, and they be like, oh, I'm gonna go get my gun and kill you. So short niggas do be hot headed. So I get it, but at the end of the day, be yourself, man. stand wherever you stand and stand tall, stand short. Just be a man. I feel like that's a real
Staying
cosmetic.
short.
That's a real cosmetic thing on it, man. Like, come on, dog. 5'6".
Yeah.
That's not that bad. 5'6" not that crazy. 5'3", that's crazy.
Yeah, 5'6" isn't that bad. It's not that bad. You can manage with 5'6". Um, Now I know some people who are like, I know some dudes who are like 5'3", maybe, and like shorter. That's really rough.
That's rough. That's rough.
That's really rough.
That's rough. That's
You
not
know.
that's not getting metal in your knees rough, but that's a shitty hand you got there, buddy.
Yeah. Let me see in the chat. Let me see. Mike says a 4'10" dude walked into the office today trying to sell AT&T. Got to be a sad life.
He's
Yeah.
probably pissed too. He's pissed about everything. He's pissed. He's 4'10". He's pissed. He's fucking selling AT&T products. He's
Office to
pissed.
office.
He's pissed. Do not fuck with him, dog. Ever. He will shoot you. I promise you. You catch him on the wrong day, he'll be ready to fight.
He said he will shoot you.
He will. I'm telling you. Niggas like that don't have nothing to lose. He's like 4'10". 4'10" is awful. 4'10" is awful. You're not even making weight. You're not even. Come on, dog. No way.
Niggas just looking for a reason.
Right? He's just looking for a reason to end it all. Like, I'm not going to reproduce. It's over.
Oh my gosh. Staying short is crazy, says Mike in the chat. Let me see. Glaucoma says I'm 5'6" and dating was pretty easy, but then again, I have my shit together and I'm in shape, so that helps a lot.
Exactly.
Oh, for sure.
That's
For
what I'm
sure.
saying. Yeah, when you 5'6", you got to be a good 5'6". You can't be a slobby 5'6".
Because 5'6" is still like taller than I would say most
The average woman.
The average woman. Yeah, it's still taller than, and a lot of women just want somebody who's taller than them. They don't necessarily have to have the, skyscraper dude or whatever. But yeah, you could definitely work with the 5'6". That's for sure. That's for sure. Let me see. And he also says, and having some game helps, and knowing how to dress well. It's a lot of shit you can do to help yourself. You're right. Absolutely right about that.
Most women are shorter than 5'6". I feel
Yeah.
like 5'6" and below, or 5'6" and up, you're in the green as a guy.
In the green.
5'5".
In the green.
You start clutching your pearls a little bit. 4'4", your eye level. 5'3", come on, man.
Yeah.
Where's some hills?
Let me see. Kogan in the chat says, I've accepted my 5'8" stature decades ago. I'm active and would prefer to have that than risk it with something like this. Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
Because you have to pay for this risk. You have to pay for that risk. Like, you have to pay thousands of dollars, I would imagine, in order to get an operation like that done. Right? So not only are you going to put your life on the line, but you're going to pay to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's crazy to me, just to come out on the other side, because what do you do? What?
You're not hooping.
Right.
You just going to the club. They taking gristle out of your leg, man.
The height isn't even functional.
You can't even bend your knees.
Yeah.
You need help. You need a cane for the rest of your life.
About the only thing you're going to accomplish by getting this height surgery is like looking cool in the club, standing in one spot. You know what I'm saying?
And a nigga better not come over and pat you on the shoulder, because you gonna start nigga have to hold on to the wall.
or even worse. Hey, look, it's a dangerous game you playing. You want to be 6 feet plus just to stand up in the club and look cool around all these women. Wait till one of them come and throw ass on you. Now you all over the place. You can't even balance, right?
Now you on the ground. And you're saying,
now you on the
Now they got you. Now you on TikTok. Oh, this nigga got leg surgery. It's gonna be ramifications for this, though. The same way it's gonna be ramifications for everybody that's abusing that Ozempic stuff, dog.
You think so with the GLP-1s?
Because people, I'm not against Ozempic, but people are using it that are not supposed to be, I'm sure, or don't need to be using it, and they're just too lazy to like exercise. Same case with these guys. Not saying that they're lazy to grow or anything, but like they don't need bolts in their knees.
Right.
When you get older, humans haven't evolved to the point of seeing what that's like at 60, 70.
Right.
You know,
It's only thinking for the short term. No
it
pun
might be cool
intended.
today, but I mean, you know, a few years from now, dog, you might have to get your legs chopped off.
Yeah, bro. Like asking for prosthetic legs is wild to me. Like
Exactly.
that's crazy. But neither here nor there though. Again, I mean, like I said, I said it the same thing with Ari Lennox. Thoughts and prayers, T's and P's, T's and P's. I
T's
hope
and
this
P's,
brother
T's and P's.
finds solace, right?
Yes,
But all
sir.
right, guys, that is going to do it here for this episode of Sutton Reactions, episode 43. Let's give a big round of applause to our guy Gap for coming through yet again. Appreciate you, Gap,
Thank you,
coming
thank
through,
you.
hanging with me.
Been a blast. Thank you, guys.
This has been a lot of fun. This has been a lot of fun. You know, I feel like we're just only going to get better and better each episode we do together. So hopefully
Sure.
you'll come back and rock with us again. The chat rocks with you. You know, I rock with you. You're my guy forever.
Sure.
And again, I appreciate you. And we'll do this again soon.
Sure. Much love. Thank you, everybody.
Yes, sir. You guys already know the drill. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel as well. We will be back tomorrow with another episode. Appreciate y'all. Peace.